Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Ultimate Fight Fan YouTube channel. All you Ultimate Fight fans, let's get into UFC London, which looks like a great card. And we're going to go through my predictions today for this brilliant card. Good young fighters fighting. Going to see some title contenders, some title eliminators going on. And yeah, we're going to start off with Guram Kutateladze versus Kel Fernandez. So, Guram Kutateladze is a good fighter. Once seen as a very good prospect. Georgian, he's got the Georgian aura at the minute. Believe he's going to have the Toporias in his corner. We saw Alexander Topuria surprise him backstage. And yeah, him versus Kel Fernandez. Fernandez is alright, he's decent. But I don't see him beating Guram Kutateladze. I think we could see him get it out of there by TKO. And that is my first pick, Kutateladze to beat Fernandez probably by TKO, but he's going to get the win. Next up, we've got the English prospect versus the Irish prospect. Two young fighters, Nathan Fletcher versus Cowlan Loughran. Nathan Fletcher, he's a decent prospect. I've seen him for a while, I've backed him. He looks promising. Cowlan Loughran, He's got some hands on him. He's a very good boxer, talented fighter, definitely. But I believe Nathan Fletcher has a much better all-round game. And Nathan Fletcher will get out there and he will get the win against Cowlan Loughran. It is going to happen. Nathan Fletcher to beat Cowlan Loughran. Even though this could be a sleeper for fight of the night. They both aren't afraid to let their hands go. Fletcher can do some more groundwork. And this will be a good fight. Next, Shauna Bannon versus Tomar. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know as much about these two fighters. But I have gone with Shauna Bannon, the Irish fighter, to beat the Indian fighter. Yeah. She looks promising. She looks like she could be alright. Yeah. There's not much. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know as much about these two fighters. But yeah, Shauna Bannon bringing the win back for the Irish. Then Leroy Duncan versus Pulev. Pulev, fresh off the Contender Series, versus Leroy Duncan. A legend. An English legend. He's got some good wins on his resume. He's got some big performances. He's going to come out here and he's going to show that he has still got it and he's not washed. He's going to come out here and he's going to beat Pulev. Maybe even by a finish. But Leroy Duncan, he's not losing this fight. He will win and beat the Russian. Leroy Duncan is my pick to win. Up next, Marcin Tybura versus Mick Parkin. This is going to be a tough heavyweight fight for each fighter. Mick Parkin, undefeated. I believe he's 10-0 as a heavyweight. Marcin Tybura, he is no joke. He's already ranked. He is no joke of a heavyweight. Just because he's not up there in the title challengers, like title contention right now, he's still a great heavyweight contender. He could get up there in the contention if he beats someone like Mick Parkin. The heavyweight division is so weak at the minute that he could be one or two wins away from a title shot. Even depends on who he beats next. He could be in the top 5 after this, after 2 more fights. Mick Parkin, a lot of people obviously backing him, the undefeated Englishman. It is in England. He trains with Tom Aspinall. He's got the Aspinall aura going on. But we saw, obviously they're different fighters, Mick Parkin and Janata Denise. But we saw Marcin Tybura, versus Janata Denise. He got him down. He dominated him on the ground. I don't believe he'll dominate Mick Parkin in the exact same way. But I think the quality of experience will come in and it will come in the favour of Marcin Tybura and he will be able to get the win. It could be decision, but I could see Marcin Tybura doing similar to Janata Denise and managing to get in a dangerous position and just not letting Parkin up. Tybura is dangerous. Big Polish fighter. I've got Marcin Tybura winning. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. It's a bit controversial. A little bit of a hot take, but Marcin Tybura to beat Mick Parkin. I want Mick Parkin to win, obviously. I'd love to see another good English heavyweight, but Muslim Tabura is going to get the W in my opinion. Next, Lona Kavanagh versus Felipe dos Santos. Now, in my last video, we saw how much I rated Lona Kavanagh. I put him in the prospects for flyweight. Felipe dos Santos is a good fighter. He's no joke as well. He's a decent prospect in some people's eyes. He is a good prospect. I believe it's 8-0 for Lona Kavanagh versus 8-2 in Felipe dos Santos. Lona Kavanagh done really well on his debut at UFC Macau. He's so quick. This guy fights like the Flash. He's just so sharp. And he will beat Felipe dos Santos. The English Lona Kavanagh will get this job done. He could put him out by submission. I don't know why I've got in my head a triangle choke for Lona Kavanagh. I don't know if that's going to happen. But I don't know. Lona Kavanagh, he's got some good hands about him. He's got a submission game. Like, he is a good all-round fighter. Young, dangerous. He can get some wins. And Lona Kavanagh is going to keep climbing the flyweight rankings. After this, he'll be maybe 2 fights away from a ranking. To be fair, Felipe dos Santos is a good fighter. He's a good name already. So 1 win after this and he could be contending. We'll see. We're starting to see some good flyweight prospects finally. We haven't had a good flyweight prospect in a while. And we've got a few more coming in now, like him and Joshua Van. There's some good ones coming. Up next, Jay Herbert. Jay Herbert versus Chris Padilla. Padilla, Herbert, they're both similar fighters in a way. They both have got some good performances on their resume, some good moments, some good wins. Like, they've got some decent names there. Jay Herbert, if you remember, is the one who dropped, and it looked like he could have even got the win there, but against Ilia Topuria. But then Ilia Topuria turned it back round. He got up after the head kick, and he did get the win against Jay Herbert. But Jay Herbert got a huge head kick knockdown on Ilia Topuria. Can he do the same as Chris Padilla? Don't know. He's got a bit older now. Jay Herbert's a bit older. Chris Padilla, he's got some dangerous striking, some good elbows, as we've seen in the past. Chris Padilla can get this job done. Unfortunately, another English fighter losing, I do believe. Chris Padilla could beat Jay Herbert. However, the experience could come in Jay Herbert's favour. It could. But I feel like I could see a Chris Padilla win here. And yeah, that's the end of the prelims. On to the main card. We have Nathaniel Wood versus Charrier. This will be a great fight. This could be fight of the night. This will be great boxing, great striking, just great all-round game. Charrier shown some great qualities so far, getting some big wins, some stand-up performances. Nathaniel Wood, he is a great fighter. He's got some crisp boxing, absolutely brilliant boxing. And he could beat Charrier in the boxing. They both got quality boxing. This will be a mainly boxing match, you would expect, unless one of them decides to switch it up. I believe Wood does have some decent wrestling. I think he might actually have a bit of jiu-jitsu about him. I'm not as sure about Charrier's wrestling. I can't actually remember how good his wrestling is. But I've gone for Nathaniel Wood. Might be a little bit biased because the English, because this is a little bit of a 50-50 fight. But I'm getting Nathaniel Wood. I'm going for Nathaniel Wood to get the W here at UFC London. Up next, Jordan Vucenic versus Duncan. And this, a lot of people are talking about Vucenic and Duncan. This could be another great fight. Vucenic, he's looking really good. So is Duncan. He's getting some. They've both got decent records. I believe it's 13-3 versus 12-2. Vucenic with the 13-3. And he's just got, I don't know if it's the tattoos, but he's just got a bit of aura about him, Vucenic. He is going to come out here, and he is going to get the win. This will be a good fight, but Vucenic will get the win. I don't know how, maybe by TKO, maybe by KO. But I think Vucenic will definitely beat Duncan. That will be a good fight, but I think Vucenic will get the win. Next up, we have Molly McCann fighting. It says Nunes here, But we keep seeing our opponent getting changed. I'm not even sure who she's fighting anymore. But whoever she's fighting on short notice, Molly McCann will get the win. A lot of people have been going against Molly McCann recently, saying she's not as good as people say she is. Or she's just a bit overhyped. But I think Molly McCann does get the win against whoever they put her against in this fight. I think she will win. Up next, Gunnar Nelson versus Kevin Holland. And it's a sad sight, but I do believe Kevin Holland is just past it. He keeps losing to fights where we think he should be winning still. Obviously, we think he'll win. We should think, he should beat Gunnar Nelson. We think that. People was picking him to beat Rainier de Ridder. Rainier de Ridder didn't have the best debut against Gerald Meerschaert. I still backed Rainier de Ridder, but a lot of people were backing Kevin Holland. Rainier de Ridder came out there and proved that he has potential in the UFC. Gunnar Nelson, can he finish Kevin Holland? Can he beat Kevin Holland? Yes, he can beat Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland it's not going well for him at the minute. And that is why I am backing Gunnar Nelson to beat Kevin Holland. And it's going to be another sad night for Kevin Holland fans, I do believe. Up next, a big light heavyweight contender fight. Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Ulberg. Light heavyweight division. Jan Blachowicz, obviously a legend in the UFC. Whether you like him or not, he is a legend. Versus Carlos Ulberg, a prospect. He's young still, or younger. He's got some good wins recently. He's climbing the rankings. Can he beat old man Jan? I don't think he can. A lot of people will back Ulberg because he does have some good power about him. He's got decent boxing. Jan Blachowicz has a bit of everything. He's a weird style. He just mixes a bit of everything in. And he will get the W. Jan Blachowicz will beat Carlos Ulberg. But there's a stipulation for this fight, in my opinion. I believe the winner of this fight should face Yuri Prochazka. If Ankalaev's going to have a rematch against Alex Pereira, then we must have Jan Blachowicz or Carlos Ulberg, whoever wins. In my opinion, I think it'll be Jan Blachowicz versus Yuri Prochazka. And the winner of that will face the winner of Pereira Ank 2. That's the best way to find a title contender there. One of these men will go through. It will be Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz versus Yuri. Can be a very good fight. Let's see how it goes. And then the main event. Leon Rocky Edwards versus Sean Brady. I think Leon Edwards is one of the most underrated fighters and overhated fighters in the UFC. Okay. He's beat some top competitors. Beating Kamaru Usman twice. But then, some people say he didn't have the most exciting title reign, which I understand. But he loses the title to Bilal Muhammad. But as soon as he loses, everyone just forgets about Leon Edwards. Now he's never in a title contention talk. He's just never spoken about anymore up there. Everyone's talking about Shavkat. Everyone's talking about Ian Gary. Everyone's talking about Buckley. I think people would be more likely to want Usman to get a title shot than Leon Edwards. But Leon Edwards is still a very good fighter. I'm going with a different prediction to what a lot of people have been saying. They think if Leon wins, it'll be by decision. I could see a Leon Edwards headshot KO. We've seen him do it. We've seen him do it to people before, and I could see him getting a head kick KO win over Sean Brady. Sean Brady's going to run him for a takedown, or he's going to run in. Brady is going to get caught with that head kick. He done it to Kamaru Usman. Why can't he do it to Sean Brady? These are different levels. Sean Brady, he is very lucky that JDM pulled out this fight. This is a big fight for Sean Brady. He's a decent fighter, but he's not going to beat Leon. Thank you for watching this video. This is my UFC London predictions. Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady, with Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Ulberg as the co-main event. And thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow the TikTok Ultimate Fight Fan. And see you next time.